Welcome back to Headlines. I'm Wes Austin, and these are today's top stories. First up, Nancy Pelosi malfunctioned on CNN after Dana Bash had the audacity to use facts about the government shutdown. To be fair, when you've been in Congress since the Civil War, your definition of clean CR gets a little fuzzy. Then, Chuck Schumer bragged that as the government shutdown continues, things are getting better for the Democrats. Vote Democrat. We'll shut down the government and celebrate. I don't think that's the campaign slogan Chuck Schumer thinks it is. Next, California's Katie Porter was caught screaming at her staff for walking into her shot during a Zoom call. You know, 500,000 people in California die every year. But on the bright side, that's 500,000 fewer people that Katie Porter can scream at for being in her shot. And finally, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker claims that President Trump plans to use the military to steal elections by confiscating ballot boxes. Meanwhile, Democrats used the CIA and the FBI to interfere in our elections. But of course, it is the service members in our own military, those are the ones that we really need to worry about. Democrats wonder why they keep losing the veteran vote. And then we go on to the comment section on this segment that we did about Katie Porter, where she kind of lost it during that CBS interview. There's a story about her and scalding hot potatoes and her husband. So we're going to tell you about that. Okay, let's dive in. Nancy Pelosi seemed to short circuit when CNN called her out on her claim that the Republicans' continuing resolution to fund the government is not clean. She froze, her face didn't move, and for once, it wasn't because of the Botox. In this clip, Dana Bash explains that it is a clean CR. Pelosi then tries to say it isn't clean, and while she was stumbling and hand-waving, Bash asked her what's not clean about it, which is when Nancy's Wi-Fi went out.
They are voting yes on what we say here in Washington, a clean CR, a bill to keep the government running for 7 weeks, and Democrats are voting no, and for the reasons you just said. So how are they shutting down the government?
First of all, it isn't a clean CR.
Okay.
So let's not stipulate to that. It's not a clean CR.
What do they have in it?
It's going into that. The point is,
did you see the look on her face? She looked like a student who didn't read the book, but still raised their hand. Nancy, if CNN says it's clean, it's clean. These folks would call raw sewage from a blue state locally sourced spring water. Chuck Schumer said that as the government shutdown continues, things keep getting better for the Democrats. He's basically saying, we're rooting for failure, and so far, we're killing it. Here he is on the Senate floor talking about extending the government shutdown.
Each day, our case to fix health care and end the shutdown gets better and better, stronger and stronger.
Only Chuck Schumer could see the country grinding to a halt and say, finally, the Democrats have some momentum. You have to hand it to Chuck, though. Most politicians would at least pretend that they don't benefit from our troops not getting paychecks. Please keep talking, Chuck. I'd love to see a Republican supermajority. California Democratic gubernatorial candidate Katie Porter yelled at a staff member in a resurfaced video for being in her shot while she was discussing electric vehicles with the former Secretary of Energy. Brace yourselves. Here's the clip.
Californians dying prematurely to air pollution and other problems, and the state could lose. Get out of my fucking shot.
I wanted to tell you that that's actually incorrect. It's not that it's electric vehicles. It's that if we don't meet the commitments under the Paris Climate Accord.
Okay, it does. Okay, you also were in my shot before that. Stay out of my shot.
Katie Porter says that she wants to save lives from air pollution. But if you walk into her shot, she'll kill you herself. Governor J.B. Pritzker claimed that President Trump plans to steal elections by putting the military in certain cities so that they can confiscate ballot boxes to change any unfavorable results.
He's going to lose the Congress. And if he loses, he's going to immediately in the aftermath of the election, do what he said he might do in 2020, which is use the military to confiscate the ballot boxes and count the votes, claiming that there's fraud. Remember?
Oh, good. J.B. Pritzker's worried about authoritarianism. And here I thought his only concern was about buying enough donuts to fill his entire pantry. And now onto the comment section. So on the segment we did about Biden's FBI spying on 8 sitting senators, we talked about that, I think it was yesterday, and that the group that was responsible in the FBI called CR-15, that was disbanded, Kash Patel said. All right, so we're looking at this comment from K. Coucher. CR-15 is the FBI version of MS-13. Oh, nice. Okay. Then on the segment we did about Katie Porter. So not the one today, but the one yesterday about how she wanted to stop that CBS interview, just lost it. So we have this comment from Betton A. Belter. She has no business running for any office, not even the PTA. I just pictured her in the PTA. Do you know how scary that would be? Like going to any kind of PTA thing if she was in charge there? I mean, okay. Then this is from Dr. Salacious. Katie is the new Karen. This is from Mr. Martin Sr. She's more manly than Gavin Newsom, but that's not saying much. Yeah. She seems pretty tough. She really does. She really needs to bring that testosterone dosage down. Okay. Sorry. I'm cracking myself up on that one. Maybe she's not reading like where it is on the syringe. Like it's supposed to be on the 2 mark, Katie. I think you're on the 8 mark. That's just too much. You're scaring everyone around you. Okay. Then this is that story that I talked about earlier in the intro. This is from Yuda Inamic. Katie Porter scalded her ex-husband with boiled potatoes. This is from the New York Post. But some say she is an improvement. Okay, marginally equivalent to Gavin, but in beast mode. Okay, so actually I did want to look into this to see what this story really is, because there were a bunch of people referring to potatoes in the comments. And so some of you may have been thinking, what are they even talking about? So this is that article from the New York Post. This is from April 2023. Representative Katie Porter scalded ex-husband's scalp with potatoes, according to documents. So here's what it says. Man, she sounds scary to be around. Okay, the former husband of Representative Katie Porter said the California Democrat frequently abused him verbally and threw toys, books, and other objects at him during their marriage, even pouring scalding hot mashed potatoes on his head during a fight, according to divorce records. Oh, man, okay, that's just crazy. Did they keep any potatoes to eat, or did she ruin the whole meal? Okay. Matthew Hoffman, who filed for divorce from Porter in 2013, said in a request for a restraining order dated April 30th of that year that he was routinely called a effing idiot and effing incompetent by his rage-prone spouse, who also shattered a glass coffee pot on their kitchen counter in March of 2012 when she felt their house wasn't clean enough. Man, that tracks totally with the clip that I just showed you earlier. Does that not track totally? I'm reading this going, I believe all of this because of that clip that we saw where she just snapped from someone being in her shot. Thanks for watching Headlines. I'm Wes Austin. Good night.